Today on So You Think You Can Hunt, we're on a mission to bring home the bacon. Wild bacon, that is. On a trip to the American Southeast, we're gunning to show some wild hogs, a little bit of southern hospitality. And every bite of natural porker we put on the ground goes to feed the needy. But watch out, these little piggies like to fight back. So You Think You Can Hunt starts right now. Meet Andy Meldrum, an amateur outdoorsman who's a pro at helping people and putting meat on the table. Come and learn along with him how to fill your freezer. So, you think you can hunt? Welcome to a new adventure in the outdoor lifestyle. This is So You Think You Can Hunt, a show that specializes in three things: bagging game, feeding the needy, and having fun. Today we'll have that fun in the great southeastern United States, home to a huge variety of game animals.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Andy Meldrum, and this is So You Think You Can Hunt. We're gonna do a little hog hunting with our bows.
And I'm Chad Davis with Bow Addicts Archery Apparel. I hope you guys are ready for some action.
The wild boar, an ornery critter to be sure. Their range covers every continent except Antarctica, because these guys are two things: tough and mean. A well-placed arrow can get you a ton of meat, but a bad shot can mean big trouble if one decides to fight back. They're also a destructive nuisance to land and livestock owners all over the world. And our boys Andy and Chad are banding together to reduce those numbers just a bit.
I met Andy a couple of years ago. He came in and bought some arrow wraps and some shirts. And I knew then Andy and I had a couple of things in common. We both love God, family, country, and the outdoors. What else can you say?
One cool thing about boar hunting, you can stay up late. No need for early rising.
Good shot.
The guys are going to be hunting on some farmland that could sure use a reduction in the local boar population. But first,
Like a man.
a little warm-up.
You know, it's critical that before you take the woods to go hunting, that you take a few practice shots. In the past, I don't know if you've ever done this, but I've gone to the woods without taking some practice shots, and the first time I pulled back my bow that day was on wild game, and it didn't turn out as well as I wanted it.
That's right. One thing I've noticed is that depending on certain conditions, if it's hot outside, sometimes the humidity might make the arrow drop a little bit more, whereas when it's cold outside, a lot of times my bow usually shoots, a couple inches higher.
Sounds to me like you've used that before as an excuse. Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, don't hit my arrow. You're gonna go high to the right. Oh, he went low.
I went low.
While we're getting loaded up, let me tell you what we're gonna be flinging at those hogs today.
We're gonna be using this Ramcat 100 grain broadhead. It's got the HydroShock tip, which actually uses wind draft to keep the broadhead even more on target. And it's also known for really extremely good penetration.
Which is exactly what we need, because today we're gonna be hunting one of the toughest animals in North America. That being considered, this is what we chose. We're gonna fill some freezers today with some grade A organic pork. Yep, right now in the southeast, along with southwest Texas area, pigs are starting to take over.
A typical sow may have 2 litters a year, and they average about 13 to 15 piglets. Is it piglets?
Yeah, piglets.
Per year.
Oh, they can get out of control real quick.
Oh, yeah.
This is Chad's first stab at hogs, but Andy has seen his share of wild pork, having shot several Russian boars that were over 200 pounds each.
Nice shot.
In addition to the Russians, he's also brought down feral pigs, domesticated breed hogs that have gone into the wild and flourished. In order to get to the place where the farmer recently spotted some hogs, well, they need a capable mode of transport. This region is mountainous, trails aren't very friendly or big enough even for the most well-equipped pickup truck.
Looks like we got some hog and...
Got a little bit of everything.
Yes, we do.
Coon.
Some coon, some coyote right there.
Yeah.
And real nice hog tracks. You can tell the hog track because it's rounded, much more rounded than your deer track.
Whereas with a deer, you got kind of more of a pointed front end of the track. A lot of times with deer, not always, sometimes you'll see the dew claws back in the back too.
So Chad, is this multiple prints or is it one big sow, the mother of all mothers?
It looks like it's a big sow. Look at that front end right there. It's kind of crazy how that looks, or it's a big dinosaur.
It could happen.
Coming up, the boys go their separate ways as one chooses the pedestrian method, while the other opts for the Tarzan approach. Also learn the history behind the fine art of boar hunting. Stick around.
I'm Chad Davis, president of Bow Addicts. When I create one of our apparel designs, I like to think in terms of what's important to me. And I think that a lot of those things are the same for most bow hunters. God, family, and the outdoors. And I'm lucky enough that I found a way to share that passion with the rest of the world. These Bow Addicts products are made with not just the archer in mind. It just so happens that bow hunting is one of those things that we have in common.
Bow Addicts, more than just apparel, it's who you are.
Are you ready to tackle an amazing Canadian adventure? Well, there's only one place to see huge black bears up close and personal. You can have an encounter with an apex predator, including ultra-rare color-phased black bears in the wilds of Saskatchewan. And the place is Clearview Outfitting, one of the premier destination outfitters in Canada, with an experience like no other.
Don't think you can walk that trophy buck to your stand? You can now with SYTYCH from Hunter's Edge. Simply put the scent into the pad and put the pad on your boots, then walk around the area of your stand, and it doesn't end there. Remove the scent pad from your boots and hang them on a limb for added disbursement. SYTYCH from Hunter's Edge. Walk that trophy buck right to your stand, out with the game you hunt. Pick up SYTYCH today from better sporting goods stores nationwide or visit SYTYCH.com.
Welcome to the Archery Den, where we have a complete line of compound bows, the top dealer for Matthews archery equipment, arrows, sights, quivers, plus everything else for your archery needs. A pro shop on premises for setup and repairs, the best customer service you can ask for, we guarantee it. Visit us in Franklin, Tennessee, or at thearcheryden.com.
The guys have arrived at an area where the landowner recently spotted some pretty heavy pig shenanigans.
Chad and I have two different methods we're going to use today to bag some swine. I'm going to stalk. Got my bow, got my quiver, gonna put on a hat, and I'm going to hit the woods.
That's right. What I'm going to do, Andy, as you see here, we got a nice watering hole. It's a really hot day today. A lot of steam in the air. So what I'm hoping is that these we can ambush some of these hogs coming in here to take a drink of water here in a few. And I got a nice tree. I'm going to do my best to get up in there. First things first, putting on my tree harness, and I always put safety first before I do anything. So hopefully we'll have a little bit of action here soon.
Looks like Andy forgot that hat he made a point of mentioning. But since he's going to be under a tree cover all day, it's no big deal.
Okay, folks, what you see, what I'm trying to do right here, safety first.
You know, I don't particularly think I'm a good hunter, a great shot. I'm just a guy, a dude like you, wants to teach people how to fill their freezers and take care of their families. Kind of hustling down this incredible river bottom. It's a great water source for pigs. They have to drink every single day, multiple times. There's a spot up here that has some deep crevices, formations that they're gonna go and wallow in. I gotta get there quick.
All right, guys, we're here by the pond that we're overlooking. It's a good water hole right now. These pigs will come out here often in the afternoons and kind of wallow around in the water. We got a kind of a really good little pinch point here where they'll come right out, and we can funnel the pigs right up here within about 20 or 25 yard shot. So we're going to sit here and see what happens. We've been here a while now. We got some coming in. It may not be hogs, but it's a distant relative. Bunch of goats over there.
But behind them, those don't look much like goats. Still ahead, we'll find out where those ornery little porkers came from. Then we'll see who has more success, high or low.
For some, it's about climbing the corporate ladder. For us, it's a different kind of climb. For some, it's all about the concrete jungle. For us, it's all about the great outdoors. We are addicted to the training. We are addicted to the preparation. We are addicted to the faith. We are addicted to the hunt. We are bow addicts.
Are you ready to tackle an amazing Canadian adventure? Well, there's only one place to see huge black bears up close and personal. You can have an encounter with an apex predator, including ultra-rare color-phased black bears in the wilds of Saskatchewan. And the place is Clearview Outfitting, one of the premier destination outfitters in Canada with an experience like no other.
Don't think you can walk that trophy buck to your stand? You can now with SYTYCH from Hunter's Edge. Simply put the scent into the pad and put the pad on your boots. Then walk around the area of your stand, and it doesn't end there. Remove the scent pad from your boots and hang them on a limb for added disbursement. SYTYCH from Hunter's Edge. Walk that trophy buck right to your stand, out with the game you hunt. Pick up SYTYCH today from better sporting goods stores nationwide or visit SYTYCH.com.
Welcome to the Archery Den, where we have a complete line of compound bows, the top dealer for Matthews archery equipment, arrows, sights, quivers, plus everything else for your archery needs. A pro shop on premises for setup and repairs, the best customer service you can ask for, we guarantee it. Visit us in Franklin, Tennessee, or at thearcheryden.com.
While Chad was up to his monkey business, Andy has been trouncing around the lowlands of this mountainous region in search of a healthy hog.
Look at this highway. Look at this runway. This is like Swinesville. Look at right down here. There's pig tracks right here. And what I say, they're running right down to the river. They're looking for a drink, coming right down here. So that tells me and you, we're on to something good. Let's keep going. Whoa, will you look at this? Look at this ground. It's been trashed by hogs. Them are all pig prints down here. We're getting close. This is a good time to knock an arrow. When you're stalking pigs, you gotta be ready, man. You gotta be ready at a moment's notice to put that broadhead right into bacon. Come on.
The history of wild hog hunting is, believe it or not, a fascinating tale. Many ancient tribes would send a young boy on a boar hunt as a rite of passage, sometime armed with only a spear, since killing an animal that might fight back would prove his manhood. boars were often hunted with hounds. There were several good reasons for that, the least of which were that they could track the boar, and while they were fighting it, the boars might be too busy to attack the hunters. Even the mighty Greek hero Hercules was tasked with killing a particularly nasty specimen, and he was the mythical son of Zeus. One important thing, boars and swine in general are not indigenous to either North or South America. Both the domesticated pig and the game animals were brought over from the European and Asian continents by farmers and hunters starting in the 1500s. Problem is, when you introduce a foreign species and let it run hog wild, the results are often destruction to the new habitat. Andy was thinking that the pigs might be close to a water source. Well, it looks like he was right. Just past the river, there's one rooting for food. And Chad opted for another water source on this hot summer afternoon. Well, that's one thing you should know about swine. They hate heat and love water.
It sounds like we got something coming. I can hear something.
After they've had a drink, we see that it's a couple of Russian and feral pig crossbreeds. Will one of them give us a good shot? Well, there's shade under the tree stand. Up next, it's the final round. Choose your method, the man in the mud or the man from above. Our boy Chad has been playing the patience game, betting on a small pond to bring in some porkers for the taking. Two have taken the bait on a hot afternoon.
I gotta let it get past us a little bit. Get ready. Here comes one, Danny. Here comes one. I'm gonna get past us. Get ready, Danny. I'm gonna put it in him. I'm gonna put it in him. I got him. I got him. I got him. Yes, there he is, right there. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Go down, baby. Go down.
Yeah, baby, that's how you do it. That's how you do it right there. Ramcat broadheads, put him down. Did you see that? Yes, sir. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Putting down some hogs. There will be some pork in the pan tonight. Yes. Yeah, baby.
This was an incredibly deadly shot, entering through the top rear part of the rib cage and blasting through the internal organs on its way to the lungs. The damage this would cause is unrecoverable. A perfect outcome, a clean kill, and a quick death for the animal. No need to follow a blood trail. This one went down fast.
Hey guys, this worked out pretty well today. Actually, it worked out a little bit better than what we had hoped for. We didn't even get the best footage because it happened so fast, but the good thing is we're able to fill a freezer today. We had a great hunt, a lot of success. I got excited. I got to watch my cameraman get a little excited as well. And what else can you ask for? The Ramcats did their job. I think we did our job. Now it's time to take this meat to somebody who's really gonna be happy. They're gonna have some pork in the pan.
Now back to Andy's sudden find.
We've been walking for about hour and a half, and we found a couple. We've got one that's kind of broken away from the back here. He's a straggler. He's coming up right now. Gotta wait till we get a real clean shot. Just take a few short steps. Don't want to spook him. Shh, we're gonna stay real quiet. He's got a rock ledge there behind him. I'm gonna get low. Shh, here he comes. We're gonna let him walk out. Shh, don't make a move. Can you believe it? He just laid down. It's been a hot day. He just found a cool spot in the leaves and he laid down. And I tell you, when you look out there with just your naked eye, you can't see him. I'm gonna get a little closer. The worst that can happen is he steps up. When he steps up, I'm gonna zap him. And I'm pretty sure Chad didn't get anything yet. If he does, boy, I'll probably just shoot him in the butt or something. His back's toward me. If he turns sideways, I'll take him. A little note to the camera guy. At this range, he's up against a rock wall. When I shoot this big, do your best to stay on him. But if you have to, just step behind a tree. He's gonna be cornered. He's not gonna have anywhere to go but this way. Okay. Yeah, he still is. If he turns just a little sideways, I can take him. Oh, there we go.
Okay, I got him.
Oh, he's walking. Here we go. Arrow, arrow, arrow. That, my friends, is a ramcat doing what they're designed to do.
Another clean kill, a double lung shot. With nowhere else to go, this could have been hairy for Andy and the cameraman. But thankfully, it was a great shot. And thankfully for the animal, it was over quickly.
Hey, we did it. We did it today. This is a beautiful beast. It's gonna feed some folks. We had a real good shot. We had a real good shot. And that ramcat really did its job. What I'm most pleased though is patience. Patience. Anyone can get out in the woods. And if you're halfway okay and decent, you can see some game. But taking your time to make the right shot, a good quick kill shot, and the cameraman would say that he was glad that I pointed out that the pig was going to come our way after I shot it. And it gets a little fuzzy right there. But it's a good fuzz. He did really good. Kept the pig in frame, got a good kill. Let's get him out of the heat. Let's get this pig processed. And I just feel like we're going to probably have to go and console Chad. And you know, he's probably had a tough day, a very lonely day, because he didn't see anything, I'm sure. And let's show him how we took care of business today. Deal? Deal. Let's go.
So much for Chad not seeing anything.
Hey, we've had a great time today with So You Think You Can Hunt. Chad Davis, Andy Meldrum. We got some wild boar. We're going to be able to feed some folks. That's what we do. Right now, these pigs are about 160 pounds each, and so we'll end up with about 160 pounds of meat, pretty much half what the gross weight is for both of them. And 160 pounds of meat is 520 servings of meat. That's going to go to people that don't have enough to eat.
Well, we learned today that both styles of hunting were just as effective. Andy had a good day. Andy got a pig on the ground. I got a pig on the ground before Andy. But the key is we got a lot of people today getting some good meat on the table. That's what matters the most.
Absolutely. We hope there's one thing you take away from each episode of So You Think You Can Hunt. We care. Most importantly, we care about people. We care about each other, and we care about you. We also enjoy the beautiful world around us and all creation has for us to experience. We respect wildlife and their environments. And lastly, we like to have fun.